Hello, fellow property investors. Andrew Fiddler from LaPlante Real Estate, coming to you as always from the city of Toledo, Ohio. Today we're discussing pests, infestations, and paying exterminators. Traditionally, especially in multifamily properties, the landlord is responsible to treat infestations in any property relating to bed bugs being the most expensive, and then rolling into mice and cockroaches. That said, in single-family homes, we have some latitude to be able to hold the resident accountable that, after 90 days, especially in your seasonal pests, your mice and your cockroaches all move in during wintertime, that the resident is responsible to address those. That said, we have two caveats. The first is that if you have a housing authority, a judge, or Section 8, and they say the owner is responsible, then our options are limited. And the same side, if you have a multifamily property, there's no way to know where the infestation came from. It's going to spread to multiple units. So at the end of the day, we're going to have to treat at your expense. That brings us to PestShare. PestShare is a member vendor with NARPM, the National Association of Residential Property Managers. We hold membership there. I'm active in that organization. And for 6 months, we have been learning what the process and services of pest insurance truly are. PestShare provides a monthly flat fee for coverage of various pests throughout the calendar year. And I wanted to pair that with known 2023 extermination costs and see how that could help explain our support for this program. That said, we are rolling the program out to multifamily properties. You'll find the base level is kind of a no-brainer. And at any time, if you decide you don't want any pest insurance, regardless of the value, just message us and we're happy to get the thing removed from your ledger. That said, let's roll into what PestShare is and how LaPlante is participating in it. The basic PestShare coverage is $10 a month, $120 a year, and covers, amongst other things, fleas, ticks, weevils, mites. We don't care about that. Bed bugs. Bed bugs in the city of Toledo cost you $750 for your very first service. Each time the exterminator needs to revisit that property, you get a reduced rate. But if you stay with $750 versus $120, the service has value, merit, and explains why we're interested in it. All multifamily properties inside of LaPlante Real Estate are being signed up. Again, if that bothers you, message us. We're happy to get you removed. For $5 more, $15 a month, PestShare covers cockroaches. Cockroaches in this town cost $215, so there's a benefit, but it's not the same return you're getting with the bed bugs. Another $5 brings it to $20 a month. Covers ants and mice. Ants we don't care about, but it's an amenity for the resident. I'll discuss that in a minute. But mice are truly the pervasive. If we looked at all of the exterminator hirings I have in a calendar year, I would say mice equal all of my other extermination events combined in frequency. So mice being $240 a year cost you $250, and I'll guarantee you right now you're going to use it once. So from that theory, you're essentially paying for a one-time service. All of the PestShare services cover 4 individual servicings per year, not visits of the exterminator for one specific pest that's covered in an event. But if you have mice and then cockroaches and then cockroaches and then mice, and they're separated by a month in between each one of the individual pest events, then it's considered new and different, but you're covered for 4 per year. Now, there is a $35 level, their premium max level, and if any of us know the psychology behind retail pricing, you have your top shelf, your bottom shelf, and the consumer is ultimately expected to select in the middle. But the middle selection is $35, and it covers a host of pests, specifically adding bees, hornets, wasps, and then there's some randoms like the elm seed bug, which I had to Google. It must not be indigenous to Ohio, or at least it's a bug that I personally interact with, and tell my children that they're just one of those weird looking ladybug things and to leave them alone. They won't bother them. They won't bother you if you don't bother them. So That said, we are looking to start 2024 at the $10 level only for multifamily. I recommend that single family homes embrace the $10 threshold. Again, with bed bug coverage, it is in the owner's best interest. I'm covered. You should consider being covered on that. As we move up the number of pests that are covered, we start crossing into like the advanced part of the conversation, and LaPlante is not really ready to give any guidance on that. But we're looking at the $35 level, like anything in between, that now we're actually providing a benefit to long-term residents. They're staying in your property. They now have an ability to call seasonally and say, I want treated for roaches, I want treated for mice. Bed bugs would be more of an infestation event. You get them from something. They kind of migrate from the next door property. But what that results in is a benefit and advantage to the resident. And as we learn more about the program, the property managers will be able to provide some better details on what we're seeing, the acceptance rate, and truly how the residents are receiving the servicing, how that kind of third-party hiring and vetting is working for their satisfaction, and ultimately saving you money. So the jury's out in that whole conversation, but for right now, that's the categories we're looking at. That said, your property manager will be in communication for increasing the coverage and for knowing what the details are and whether there's any value to increasing any of that coverage ongoing. Anytime you don't want to participate, message us, email us. We don't want to charge you anything, but this truly is a product we thought had some real potential. That said, I appreciate your business inside of 2024. Thank you for entrusting LaPlante Real Estate with your portfolio. We look forward to communicating with you soon.